Hi everyone, I'd like to introduce my LEGO Tractor Transformer. I haven't seen many tractor transformers in the LEGO community, and my kids really like tractors, so I decided to try and build one and see how it turned out. And overall, I'm pretty happy with the final result. I think tractor mode turned out pretty good. It's definitely an oversized tractor. I mean, there's some larger construction and farm equipment that, could scale to this size. It's, yeah, it's pretty big, but I like how it turned out. I'd say bigger than minifigure scale, although it can fit a minifigure. I don't know if you can see him in there, but I'll show him to you later. He's, having his morning coffee, getting ready to plow the field. But, yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's got a lot of fun play features, which I'll show you in a minute. So let's take a peek at this big guy. So once I get into transformation, hopefully I'll be able to fit him in camera because he is rather large. But alright, well, let's take a look at some of the tractor features. So we'll get it from the side here. There, he's got a big old steering wheel. He's got, I don't know if you can see these kind of steps going up into the cab. There's the farmer with his coffee. It's got these big oversized wheels. It's got kind of like the engine here. It's got the kind of front grille with even some headlights. It's got the big front tires. It's got these side mirrors as well. I don't know if you can see them. It's got a smokestack. Here's the front view. It's got a smokestack on this side. Here. It also has some tail lights in the back, and yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, I'll show you the bottom too. Doesn't give too much away as far as robot parts. Hard to fit him in the camera. Sorry. So yeah, that's him in tractor mode. Get him back on this side. Alright, I will do a size comparison, just show you how big this guy is compared to, let's see, we'll grab the pickup truck here. I guess, like I said, he's a very oversized tractor, but still, I like the scale. And we'll get, maybe we'll get old Bumblebee in here. Haven't seen him in a while. So he's definitely much bigger than a car. This Bumblebee's fairly accurate to minifigure scale. So anyway, that is tractor mode, and now we'll get him into transformation. So what I'm going to do first is we have to disconnect these, I don't know if you can see, these kind of black pieces with the roof. Just kind of carefully separate that. Like so. Maybe? Come on. There we go. So then we can lift the roof up. We'll get our minifigure out. Put him to the side here. There he is. Drinking his coffee. Falling over. Out he goes. Alright. So then we're just going to kind of get these out of the way for now. Like so. It's really hard to see. He's big. Okay, so the next step is we're going to work on the legs. So the front section of the tractor forms the legs of the robot. So there's a couple of points where the front part of the tractor connects to the rest of the tractor. So there's one point is here, and another point is these top pieces here. So basically, we just have to kind of split the front. There's one pin kind of holding the front and the back together, so I could give him waist articulation in robot mode. So hopefully that pin stays. We're actually going to take the take the smokestack off. That actually becomes his gun in robot mode. We could actually keep it on. It's almost like a kind of like a holster on his leg, but I'm going to take it out. So then we see if I can split his legs without doing too much damage. Alright, so the front of the tractor is split, and we just kind of sort of wiggle, so disconnect all the different points where it's connected to the rest of the tractor. And hopefully that'll come off without breaking. It's been a little while since I've transformed this guy, but alright, there's one side, and I think the other is about to come off. There we go. Okay. So now we have the front of the tractor split up. Now I'm going to see if I can, how I can get this in camera. Alright, this is going to be hard. But maybe I'll do this leg first. So, we're going to flip up the foot here. And then there's a, as you can see, let's see if I can get this out of the way. Maybe I can't. Actually, maybe I can straighten that out. Yeah, there you go. Now you can kind of see this a little bit better. I'll straighten this out too. So these are the knees here. There we go. Alright. Try to get this out so you can see it. Alright. So this comes down like that. And then it, maybe it's better on this side, I don't know. Let's see. Alright. So then this part folds like that. And this part folds like that, and that kind of forms the heel of the leg. So let's get him back, and oh, maybe we'll do this foot too while we're here, and then you guys can kind of see that if I can get. I'll just flip that up for now. Get this heel out, just like that. It just goes, flips, folds again. So we have our two heels. Now we're going to kind of fold. I'll do this leg so you can see better. I'm going to fold this whole section out like so. Up. This kind of just makes the legs a little thicker in robot mode. You'll kind of see when he's done. And then what I have to do is kind of collapse this wheel on this pin. So I'll do that. It's a little tight. There we go. Then I'm going to bend this whole section. If I can get it, it's hard to reach. Alright, let's see. There we go. There. So you bend that section there, and then what we're going to do is just fold the wheel. See that? There's a little hinge that the wheel folds on, so it just kind of sits snug in the back there. And we have one kind of lower leg done. I'm going to do the same on this leg. It's hard to get. Oh, I can just move that out of the way, I guess. So we're going to do the same on the other leg. So I'm just going to kind of, I guess I'll get it on this side for now. Alright, so we fold this part out. Like that. We collapse the wheel. And we fold this part down. And then we just move the wheel. Hopefully you can see this. There we go. Wheel folds out. Now we have two kind of lower legs done. Alright, and then to kind of complete the legs, you just basically just unfold that. There. And do the same on the other side. So now we have two legs. See how big he's going to be. Alright, I think we'll work on the arms next. Alright, so I'm going to move him this way. So the arms are actually kind of under here. You can see, I don't know if you can see that. There's his fingers right there of his hands. See, actually, this whole part, you can see these big ratchet joints in the back here, and so the whole arms, if I can get them, there we go, and just kind of ratchet out like that. Same on the other side. There we go. Alright, so now we have, start working on each of the arms. This guy's, he's big, so I'm trying to keep him in camera so you guys can see. So I'm going to unfold the arm there, and then straighten out this part. This is going to be the forearm here. This is going to be his hand, and then just kind of undo his thumb there. It's hard because he's all black, but we'll see if we can get him in. Alright, so now that I have the arm kind of out, I'm going to ratchet this so that it's the wheel's kind of in the back. Now let's kind of put the arm down, spin the forearm around, and then one arm is pretty much done. So go to the other side, do the same thing. The arm is kind of just folded up here, so we'll just unfold it like so, and we'll take his hand out, get his little thumb. Alright, now we're gonna, again, see if I can do it from this side, just ratchet this whole piece down, like so, and then just fold the arm down, rotate the forearm. Now we have two arms done. So, what to do next? I guess we'll kind of get this, kind of pinch these together, get this roof section out of the way, and we're going to work on his kind of abs. So the steering wheel just kind of folds down, and that actually forms part of his abs. And then we're just going to move this out of the way, fold it down. I don't know if you can see this, it's kind of hard with the black. And this just kind of rotates up like that. Same with the other side. Just kind of fold the mirror down. And I don't know if you can, yeah, I guess that's good. Kind of keep that all like that so you can see those, the sides that kind of held up the roof, they form kind of like the V shape of his abs. And then what we're going to do, we're going to fold this roof section. It actually folds there, and it's going to kind of sit, see the angle of the seat there, it kind of sits right on there and sits on the steering wheel. That's kind of how his chest works. Now we're going to come to the back half of the tractor, which will form his shoulders. And so these parts just rotate that, fold down. And these are kind of like his sort of like shoulder pads, I guess. And you do the same on the other side. So you just flip, rotate, bring it back. These just kind of come together like that. So he is almost done. Basically the last step is to get his head. And so his head, I don't know if I'll be able to show this, his head is right here. So you just kind of like separate his back a little bit, sorry. So you can just kind of squeeze the head right through the tires. There's his head, and you just spin, make sure it's in the right position. Now I'm going to have to move this up because he is tall, really, really tall. Alright, I think I pretty much have him in frame now. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get his gun in his hand. So we're going to put this, I don't know if you can see, it's basically just the smokestack. It doesn't really do too much. I'm just going to, the easiest thing to do is to take his thumb off and just kind of clip it in there and clip his thumb back on. You can probably do it without, just wrap his fingers around, but it's just easier to do it like that. So there he is in all his glory as a robot. So let's put him next to his minifigure farmer friend and just see how big he is. So yeah, he is enormous. And just for another size comparison, we'll get him next to Optimus Prime, who is one of my bigger ones. Him and Mac are probably my two biggest Transformers currently. So we'll get him next to Optimus and see the difference. Yeah, so he is significantly taller, like over a head taller than Optimus. And Optimus is a pretty big guy, so yeah, that's kind of the size comparison for robot mode. So let's get Optimus out of here, and we will go over some articulation. Try to keep him in frame. Actually, maybe I'll do some kind of close-ups of different parts. So here's his head. A fairly simple head. I needed it to be 2 studs wide so it could fit underneath, but there's his chest, his gun, his forearms. Kind of happy with how the ab section turned out with the V formed by the supports for the roof, as well as the steering wheel, kind of giving it a little kind of robotic feel. And then there's his, see how his legs are a little bit chunkier than when it was the front of the tractor. It was a little thin, and so I wanted to beef them up a little bit by just kind of folding stuff out. And yeah, so pretty happy with how we came out in robot mode. Let's see if we can get that back there. Alright, so now as far as articulation, he actually, for a big guy, he has some good articulation. He's got ball joints at the shoulders, so he can, lift his arm up and move it around. He's, even if you move these shoulder pads out of the way, he's actually got another point of articulation in there with the ratchet joints. But yeah, he can bend his elbows 90 degrees. He's got wrist articulation. He's got individual finger what's that? Finger articulation as well as his thumbs. He's got his waist actually rotates. I mentioned that in the beginning of the video. It's not fantastic, and you just kind of have to move stuff. But yeah, if I moved a couple things out of the way, he could move a little more. So it gives him a little bit of posability. His legs can kind of go out like that. They move a little bit to the front and pretty much all the way to the back. He's got this weird part that bends to allow for transformation, but he also has ratchets in the knee, so you can bend the knee just about 90 degrees. He can move his foot a little bit, pivots a teensy bit, but yeah, so you can get into some decent poses. So he also has head articulation. It can move to the side, up, and look down. So it's not a ball joint, so he's got pretty good. Yeah, I think overall his articulation is good for a big guy. Let's take a look at the side view. So he's got these giant tires in the back that, I think for how big they are in tractor mode, to try to hide those in robot mode was a challenge. But yeah, I think, besides, he's definitely got a big backpack as far as the tires. And you can see all of the tires in the back. You can see the front tires and the back tires. But I think I'm pretty happy with with how he looks even in the back, despite, you know, the big tires. I think you give him some character. Let's put him back in the front here, front and center. Alright, well, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, feel free to comment down below, and if you think of a good name for him, I'd love to hear it in the comments as well. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Take care, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.